Welcome. As you are welcome here. Visitor, friend, or longtime member, you are welcome here. With little children, or your partner, or alone, we joyfully welcome you here. You are welcome here as believer or doubter, as joiner or loner, you are welcome here. Feeling a part of us or not, full of energy or not, seeking a vision or a rest, you are welcome to join us as you are. We acknowledge that we're in the Aboriginal territories of the Salish, Nez Perce, Blackfeet, and Anishinaabe people who shared the Helena Valley as hunting grounds. The indigenous story of the Helena Valley began long before the arrival of Europeans. We honor those who walked here before us. We honor the path they have shown us in caring for this place for generations to come. We strive for justice and fair relations with their descendants. And now we will have announcements from anyone who didn't get their announcements into the email. Oh, sorry. Announcement? Announcement.
Thank you. Okay, on Tuesday, this didn't get into the announcements, and I'm not sure why. October 7th, Tuesday, there is a vigil, a candlelight vigil at Performance Square from 7 to 8 p.m. About the 18,000 children murdered in Palestine. So.
This wasn't really a going out to the whole fellowship appropriate announcement, but for anyone who's here, we have our Cub Scout popcorn packets. So you may be solicited after service during coffee, or if you care to support their scouting, feel free to come talk with me after.
Yes? Oh, you have an announcement.
Yeah, I was across the hall admiring the quilts in that room, and a lady friendly accosted me and asked if I would announce that they're doing their sleeping bag project again, and they've combined it with a few other groups in town, and so they've renamed it Project Warmth. But if you would like to write a check or contribute to this project, you can put Project Warmth in the memo on your check and use it for tax purposes. And I don't know that there's any deadline, but.
Is the mic, it's less garbly over here, right? Is it sounding, okay. We won't walk over there with it. Well, you may test. It's not on yet. I didn't want feedback.
Let's have a quick mic check. Let's see if now it's on. Is it garbling? Yes. Oh.
So you just want to use this one? Okay. We'll switch back and forth. All right, and now if Janice could please come forward as we light our chalice and read from our order of service. Sorry. We are here to abet creation and to witness it, to notice each other's beautiful face and complex nature, so that creation need not play to an empty house. Judy is going to lead us in, my memory is shot. You want to do that? You want me to move from boom? Love is Our Spirit, page 53, and Open Our Heart Songbook.
Love is our spirit, it's who we are. Serving others is what we do. Love is the spirit that guides us. Serving others is what we do. I will stand beside you, sit beside you, join arms and walk beside you, laugh and cry, dream with you too. 'Cause love is our spirit, it's who we are. Serving others is what we do. One more time without the book. Love is our spirit, it's who we are. Serving others is what we do. Love is the spirit that guides us. Serving others is what we do. I will stand beside you, sit beside you, join arms and walk beside you, laugh and cry and dream with you too. 'Cause love is our spirit, it's who we are. Serving others is what we do.
And now Karen's going to come forward to read our story for all ages. How do you want me?
Well, however it works. Yeah. So, children, you feel free to come up. But the story is on the wall if you want to stay right where you're at. To everything, there is a season. And a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. One generation passes away and another generation comes, but the earth abides forever. And now we will sing for the children as they go.
Jean and Ken will come forward for our offering, which will be followed by Thank You for Your Loving Hands, page 25 in Open Your Heart Songbook. Judy, were you just talking about you want the mic over here for the camera?
Well,
I'll put it anywhere you want.
Rayleigh, would you like us to have the mic over here?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Then I need the booth stand too, so.
Well, I mean, I can just.
No, I'll need it over here for the next song. Yeah. So,
But how is it not over here?
I have to sing and play the piano.
Okay.
It's really hard to do that without the mic being here. Sorry. Logistics. How many of you here might remember George Foster? Great. See a couple of hands. George moved to Colorado to be, I think, with his sons. Do I have that correct? Does anybody know? But the morning that he was here, he was a member of our fellowship for a number of years. And the morning that he was here, after his wife was not with him for the first time in umpteen years, I sat down and next to him and asked what was up, and he said that Mary had been taken, I think if I've got this right, I think she'd been taken to hospice care in the hospital. I may have that wrong, George, if you're listening, sorry. At any rate, he said that it was the first time in many years that he'd had a night's sleep. And part of that was because he had to care for Mary during the night. But also, it was just the first time in years he'd had a night's sleep, period. So I really felt for George that day and wrote this song for him, which I'd like to sing for George today, and also for my friends Kathy Olberts and Shauna Joseph, who I've sung with for years in California, and Kathy is in the process of, as we now say, transitioning. So this is one that they have sung harmony with me many times, and today I'd like to sing it particularly for Kath as she goes on the journey to whatever's next. So I originally wrote it for George, called When That Mountain You've Climbed, or We're All in This Together. When that mountain you've climbed so many times before is a little too high, will you reach out your hand? We're right there beside you. We've got your back. We'll see you through. We're all in this together, and we love you. That's your part. We love you. When that road that you've taken so many times before is giving you trouble, every time you open your door, will you call us by name? Stash your pride, just shed those tears. We'll see you through. We're all in this together, and we love you. Yes, we love you. What good is, there's no sense in going through it all alone. We can lift your burden one hand at a time. Hear the sound of our voices, see our smiling eyes. We'll see you through. We're all in this together, and we love you. Yes, we love you. When that hope that you felt so many times before, it just isn't there. No matter how hard you try, well, it happens to all of us. We know how you feel. This is life, this is real. We're all in this together, and we love you. Yes, we love you. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. And we love you.
So our first reading is a responsive reading. You might note that you do not have what your response is. However, it's only 3 words. So it will be really easy for you to continue to respond. I'll cue you. Your line is, "May it continue." This is a poem by Diane DePrima that Judy and I discovered when Judy was planning that we have a mutual Diane DePrima connection, which is that she has personally met Diane DePrima, and I was fortunate to work at the Rare Book Library. We were collecting her papers, so I got to unpack all her journals. So it's a little synchronicity for your morning. So I will read, and then you will say, "May it continue." This is Life Chant. Cacophony of small birds at dawn. May it continue. Sticky monkey flowers on bare brown hills. May it continue. Bitter taste of early miner's lettuce. May it continue. Music on city streets in the summer nights. Kids laughing on rooftops, on stoops, on the beach in the snow. Triumphal shout of the newborn. Deep silence of great rainforests. Fine austerity of jungle peoples. Rolling fuck of great whales in turquoise ocean. Clumsy splash of pelican in smooth bays. Astonished human eyeball squinting through aeons of astonished nebulae who squint back. Clean snow on the mountain. Fierce eyes, clear light of the aged. Rite of birth and of naming. Rite of instruction. Rite of passage. Love in the morning, love in the noon sun, love in the evening among crickets. Long tales by fire, by window, in fog, in dusk on the mesa. Love in thick midnight, fierce joy of old ones loving. Grunt of mating hippo, giraffe, foreplay of snow leopard, screeching of cats in the backyard fence. Without police. Without prisons. Without hospitals, death medicine, flu and flu vaccine. Without madhouses, marriage, high schools that are prisons. Without empire. In sisterhood. Through the wars to come. In brotherhood. Though the earth seem lost. Through exile and silence. With cunning and love. As woman continues. As breath continues. As stars continue. May the wind deal kindly with us. May the fire remember our names. May springs flow, rain fall again. May the land grow green. May it swallow our mistakes. We begin the work. The great transmutation. A new heaven and a new earth. May it continue. May it continue. And now we're singing with Judy, page 50, Holy Ground from the Open Your Heart Songbook.
Really, is this okay if I'm here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Logistics in place. Fellowship in place. And now another one of my favorite pieces of poetry, a song by Betsy Rose. Do a little introduction, whatever you feel like. Okay. May every step be holy. May we walk in peace. And may our hearts be open and all our fears released. May we stand for upon this holy ground. May every step be holy, for this is holy ground. May every step be holy. May we live in peace, and may our hearts be open to everyone we meet, and may we walk in beauty, reach out our hands to all around. May every step be holy, for this is holy ground. As we go forth together upon this holy ground. This is a poem by W.S. Merwin, which I have adapted to be a bit of a responsive reading. You'll know what to say. With the night falling, we are saying thank you. We are stopping on the bridge to bow from the railings. We are running out of the glass rooms with our mouths full of food to look at the sky and say, we are standing by the water, looking out in different directions. Back from a series of hospitals, back from a mugging, after funerals, we are saying thank you. After the news of the dead, whether or not we knew them, we are saying, in a culture up to its chin in shame, living in the stench it has chosen, we are saying, over telephones, we are saying, in doorways and in the backs of cars and in elevators, remembering wars and the police at the back door and the beatings on stairs, we are saying, in the banks that use us, we are saying, with the crooks in office, with the rich and fashionable unchanged, we go on saying, with the animals dying around us, our lost feelings, we are saying, with the forests falling faster than the minutes of our lives, we are saying, with the words going out like cells of a brain, with the cities growing over us like the earth, we are saying, faster and faster with nobody listening, we are saying, and waving, dark though it is. There's a song that I printed it and put it as an insert in today's order of service. I'd like to thank Nancy Matheson for introducing me to this song. She had it in a Methodist hymn book from somewhere, acting more like a little song book. And it just seems like in these times, we need to know what to do. And this tells us what to do. Sure, why don't we stand? Rise as you're willing and able. Let's play it through once. 1, 2, 3. I will sing, and the produce of the olive vale. I will sing, I will sing, when the fields are yielding up no food, and the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no cattle in the stalls. I will sing, I will sing, though the fig tree's barren in the field. I will laugh, I will laugh, and the produce of the olive vale. I will laugh, I will laugh, when the fields are yielding up no food, and the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no cattle in the stalls. I will laugh, I will laugh, though the fig tree's barren in the field. I will dance, I will dance, and the produce of the olive vale. I will dance, I will dance, when the fields are yielding up no food, and the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no cattle in the stalls. I will dance, I will dance, though the fig tree's barren in this field. Ah, shalom, ah, shalom, and the produce of the olive vale. Ah, shalom, ah, shalom, when the fields are yielding up no food, and the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no cattle in the stalls. I will sing, I will sing, though the fig tree's barren in the field. I will sing, I will sing, and the produce of the olive vale. I will sing, I will sing, when the fields are yielding up no food, and the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no cattle in the stalls. I will sing, I will sing. Now, I'm not sure how old Habakkuk was or when that was actually written, but somehow it's kind of comforting to me that this has happened before, that people are as worried as we are today about so many things. And so in the Old Testament or the Torah, there are the instructions. And I love how it feels to sing the word shalom. The word om has been, I've been thinking about it a lot lately because Katie went to Japan for a couple of weeks. And when I was there a number of years ago, one thing I noticed was that outside the temples, there, or it might have been the shrines, there Shinto shrines, Buddhist temples, same priest, same gardens. It's very amazing to me how the Japanese have managed, because of the ruling of a leader, to say there will be no fighting between the Shintos and the Buddhists. In fact, you will get together. And they have. At any rate, outside the temple or the shrine, there are two animals, and one of them has a mouth like this, and one of them has a mouth like this. And somehow or another, when I got very curious about those animals being out there, someone informed me that what those animals are doing is saying, Om, Om. The Alpha and the Omega that we think are Greek words, or the Om that we think comes from, who knows where it comes from. Anyway, it's just such a feeling to say Om. And it means the very beginning and whatever comes afterwards. So, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. This next song is in your Open Your Heart songbooks, but I have a favorite way I like to do it. So I'm going to have you just adjust to that for a second while I have to tune this guitar a little bit. It's not quite tuned to the piano, so will you give me Thank you. It was driving me a little bit crazy on the last song that I did with the piano, but I'll be better now. So this song, Whatever God Does Endures Forever, is one that I wrote along with others that I wrote at Russell Lockwood Leadership School. And one of the reasons that I wrote this was because somebody had asked me to play Turn, Turn, Turn for the worship service that they were doing. And as much as I love that song, and I love Pete Seeger, I love the Byrds, I love, all those things, that song drives me a little bit crazy because it's like, okay, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to do, a time to do. And my mind is just not that fast. I felt like I need time with those ideas, those pieces. So I wrote something that we could meditate to. However, you don't need to read it or anything. I will just sing it for you, and I'll look at the thought bubbles that are coming up from everyone in the pews about what this brings to your mind when you're meditating with these words, which Gemma says Ecclesiastes is her favorite book too. To everything there is a season, to every purpose there is a time, to everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal. There is a time to every purpose under heaven. Sing with me if you want. To everything there is a season to every purpose. There is a time to everything. There is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to scatter stones, a time to gather those stones, a time to embrace, a time to be far from embraces, a time to seek, a time to lose. There is a time to every purpose under heaven, to everything. There is a season to every purpose. There is a time to everything. There is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to be silent, and a time to speak. There is a time to every purpose under heaven, to everything. There is a season to every purpose. There is a time to everything. There is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, a time of peace. Whatever God does endures forever. There is a time to every purpose under heaven, to everything. There is a season to every purpose. There is a time. Whatever God does endures forever. There is a time to every purpose under heaven.
didn't want to really stop you because you were all very deep in thought. I'm sorry. If you have reflections for the group, I will pass the mic for you. I will briefly mention that Habakkuk was an Old Testament prophet from before the time of the destruction of the first temple, roughly 620 BCE, contemporary of Jeremiah and Isaiah-ish. So, almost 3,000 years ago.
When I studied abroad in India, sabbatical style, I was taught that the word Om is the first sound.
I want to have gratitude for this service. I feel a peace that is broad, that exists over thousands of years, and I appreciate the reference to how long these thoughts have been with us, and that it gives me hope we will survive.
For our chalice extinguishing today, we have a responsive reading. I'm just going to hold this. Number 465. Unfortunately, we're down to one mic, so I'm sorry for those of you online, you will not hear the other lines. I will read the regular print if you will please read the italics. The wisdom to survive. Oh, okay. Yeah, Karen and I are going to share the mic. It'll be easier, actually, I think, without the boom. Okay. Okay. If we will have the wisdom to survive, to stand like slow-growing trees on a ruined place,
renewing, enriching it.
If we will make our seasons welcome here, asking not too much of the earth or heaven,
then a long time after we are dead, the lives of our lives will live here.
their houses strongly placed upon the valley sides,
Fields and gardens rich in the windows, the river will run clear, and we will never know it.
and over it bird song like a canopy.
On the levels of the hills will be green meadows, stock bells in noon shade.
On the steeps where greed and ignorance cut down the old forest,
An old forest will stand, its rich leaf fall drifting on its roots.
the veins of forgotten springs will have opened, families will be singing in the fields.
In their voices, they will hear a music risen out of the ground.
They will take nothing from the ground, they will not return, whatever the grief at parting.
Memory, native to this valley, will spread over it like a grove, and the memory will grow into legend. Legend into song, song into sacrament.
The abundance of this place, the songs of its people and its birds, will be health and wisdom and indwelling light.
This is no paradisal dream. Its hardship is its possibility.